The Global Latin Factor Podcast.
Welcome you and all to another episode of the Global Latin Factor Podcast, where we talk about Latino everything. And today we have a very unique individual, a Latino in the house. We have rapper, radio personality, promoter, event creator, club host, and more, becoming a legend in the Dallas music scene. Half of the high rollers that have toured and headlined their own international tour with fans reaching 62 countries, over 2 million YouTube video views, millions of streams on different platforms. And again, another part of the high rollers that have worked with artists such as Cap G, Scarface, Kevin Gates, King Lil G, and a whole lot more. We have Mr. Real Life G, Accomplice.
Yes, sir. Yes,
What's
sir.
going
Yes,
on,
sir.
man?
Hey, I'm honored to be here, but correction, we have over 6 million YouTube
Now.
views. But yes.
See, I was out there. They said, I got it from your
Yes.
website.
Oh,
you need to
yeah.
let them know to update that.
That is true. That is true. I need it. But, you know, when you're independent, it's hard to do
Yeah,
everything.
absolutely.
You know,
But y'all do manage to do so. And welcome to the podcast, bro.
Oh, man, I'm honored to be here, man. It's about time.
I know,
I
right?
mean, you go way back.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute. It's time to re-up where you at and everything else. You staying busy, and that's awesome to see, man.
Oh, man, I think the key to longevity is staying relevant.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then you're always on people's faces, so you definitely we get into all that. But first of all, we're gonna do what's called a segment I like to call Preguntas al Chile. So now we got some fire
Preguntas
graphics
al
going on.
Chile.
If you're not on the YouTube, go check it out. Go subscribe and you can see it. Ready? It's gonna be tough, man. I hope you're ready.
All right. let's do
Tacos
it.
o tortas?
Tacos.
Corn tortilla, flour tortillas.
Flour.
Gorditas o sopes?
Sopes.
Mexican coca o jarritos?
Jarritos.
Agua de horchata, jamaica o tamarindo.
Tamarindo.
Salsa verde, salsa roja.
Verde.
Menudo, pozole.
Menudo. We'll have to go menudo.
Órale.
That's a hard one, though.
Churros or flan.
Churros.
Okay. Corona, 2X, Modelo, Victoria.
Modelo.
Tequila o mezcal.
Tequila.
Valentina, Tapatio, Cholula.
Tapatio.
You know the little Mexican candy pops? They got the sandia, elote, and mango. Which one you like?
Mango.
And then the conchitas. Do you like the brown ones, the pink ones, or the white ones?
Brown.
Okay. And then for you, as far as when you hear the term Latino, what does it mean to you? What first comes to mind? Do you identify as a Latino?
Yeah, absolutely. What first comes to mind?
Yeah, whenever you hear the term Latino.
Reggaeton music.
Reggaeton music? Okay. And as far as you identify? What does it mean as far as for you?
I do because, like, you know, I'm not culturally biased. Like, I like learning about, you know, the heritages, you know
Right.
what I'm saying, whether they're Salvadorian or Puerto Rican,
Right.
which is why the group High Rollers did good, because the Mexican and the Puerto Rican. And,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm interested. You know, learning's always fun. It's always cool. And to hear about their traditions and, you know, even their food style, you know, it's
Right.
dope.
Awesome. All right, so we're gonna get into this. There's different interviews that you discuss how you got started. You were locked up for a little while. Was it in county or was it the feds when you were younger? At 18?
No, actually, it was county, but then I went to state.
Mm-hmm.
And I was extremely young. I was 17, then turned 18, and I got out at 19. So, you know, in there, it's like you got to find a way to make money. And,
Right.
you know, I'm a natural born hustler. So I couldn't draw, and a lot of people were drawing to make the money. So my partner Jimenez, he was doing a handkerchief drawing. He needed a poem. It was for this dude who had been locked up for a minute's daughter. It's called Daddy's Little Princess. So I hadn't really wrote a poem before, you know, but I was like, how hard could it be? You know, I was a young fly dude from the streets, locked up now doing my time. I put together it, and it ended up killing. And, you know, rap's rhythm and poetry, so I've been getting paid for rhymes since that poem.
Yeah. Do you remember a little bit of that poem by any
No,
chance?
no.
Not one thing?
Man, it's too many moons ago, you know, being a veteran in these streets, man, it's just too much. Too much exciting things that really I could never let lose my brain. The older I get, it's like I got to hold on to what I can, but I
Right.
can't remember anything.
So you were originally from Celina, Texas, right?
Celina.
Celina. It's a
Celina.
small town.
Man, it's pretty much called like Not a Chance, like nowhere. Like that is like the mud.
Really?
Yeah, when I lived there, the population was 3,200
Mm-hmm.
in the whole town. Like
3,200.
yeah,
So
like
you maybe have one stop sign, two stop sign, maybe, and a
something
corner
like
store?
that. Yeah, like we didn't have no McDonald's. I didn't have no Walmarts.
Wow.
And like where I lived at, we had well water and an outhouse.
Outhouse.
Yeah, outhouse.
Not a restaurant, but outhouse. Oh my
Outhouse.
goodness. Are you
I didn't even know
serious?
what central air and heat was till I was in 7th grade,
Are you
bro.
serious?
That's facts. That's why people who know my story that grew up with me from school, they be like, man, Accomplice like from the mud. Like, you understand?
No,
like,
really
Yeah,
from the
like we
mud.
had like pigs, chickens, all that stuff.
Okay, so it was mostly country living where you were at.
Super country, yeah. That's
and then
the best way to
when did y'all
explain
decide? When I think y'all moved to North Dallas, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, to the
About
north.
What age were you at that time? When
It
you
was like
moved?
around the Montford Alpha area. That's why I always rep Alpha Block. It's like over there by the Gallery Mall and Valley View
Yeah,
Mall, you
yeah.
know, Peterson, Alpha, all that stuff. And there's a bunch of apartments over there.
Yeah.
From Spring Valley, Preston, Montford, and all the way to Beltline. Like there's just a bunch of apartments over there. And I just, pretty much lived in all those apartments.
Really?
Yes, it's like
So it was rough when you were growing up. You
many,
moved a
many
lot.
moves. No, I wouldn't say that because once we moved there, I just stayed there. And, in Celina, there wasn't things like a bus stop or a train stop.
Yeah.
So that's where I learned about like transportation, like could hop on and so I started exploring. I became the backpack hustler back then, bootleg CDs, DVDs. I was like a hand-to-hand hustler.
Right.
So it really helped when the music came to play.
Yeah, because you were already moving some of the units right there, doing that, and you learned. I have never been on a bus in Dallas, but to my understanding, you used to move around in the buses a lot. Really good.
Like anybody that knows my background story, know me a long time, they'll be like, Accomplice used to be on the train and the buses, and I would go everywhere, bro, with a backpack. Studios, like no matter where you look, there's a bus stop, bro, and within walking distance.
Yeah.
And that's where I would go.
Never. I have never here in Dallas on the Dallas.
Oh, it takes a while too. Like if I want to go from here to, Buckner or something, it'll take about an hour and a half.
But you'll get there. But you'll manage to move around. So that's pretty cool. And to my understanding, also you were trying to save your money while you were moving around.
I was just poor. So by the time you grind up, that's really what made me appreciate everything I have because I earned it. Like nothing was given to me. Even I earned my legacy to this day. And that's one thing I'm very proud of because everyone that knows me knows that nothing was overnight. Nothing was easy. Like,
yeah, and I hear it anytime you say, like, for example, when you have taken private jets, then you have the blessing or something like that, or you're grateful enough or fortunate enough to do that. And that says a lot whenever you're speaking as far as, like, how much you appreciate the fact that you got to do that.
Yeah, because if I'd have let other people tell my story or if I were to listen to teachers or naysayers or non-believers that I couldn't do it or I never amount to what I amounted to, I would have been exactly what they said.
What they said back in the days.
Like, you know how there's like most likely to succeed in school? Yeah, I was probably on the last place on that list.
Did you get a chance to graduate? Because I know you were in jail.
Yeah, I made it to 9th grade. I finished 9th grade. I made it to 10th, but that was the last grade.
Okay. Do you mind me asking what got you to be in jail? What mistakes that maybe somebody else can learn to stay away? Or
I mean, it's such a long story. It's kind of like a fucked up story. I don't want to take up all the time about that. But to sum it up, it was a possession charge. And then, you get a court-appointed lawyer and
they suck.
Yeah, so like you end up doing more time than what the crime actually was. You know what I'm saying? So I was just in one of them situations.
Yeah, and then the biggest lesson you took out from there, just losing your liberty. What would you say would be the biggest lesson?
Honestly, that was a blessing. Because it really helped me evolve into, for what, it made me sit my little crazy ass down, and I was sober. And as a teenager back then, man, I was wild. Like I liked, I don't know, what I'm saying, whether it was smoking or drinking or whatever. Like, and even back then, there was lean and there was pills and pretty much the same shit.
Yeah,
I wasn't in nothing hardcore, but like there was Exos and just like nowadays there's Molly. Back then it was X pills and stuff like that. But just being out there in the streets, wild and not being in school, not really looking forward to going to a job, just making day-to-day money, I would try to, celebrate and live, and it just wasn't a healthy lifestyle. So
I don't
sitting
think it's
down
normal.
made me change.
I don't think it's normal to do a job. Even though I do jobs, it's just not normal for us. The way we came up as humans to do things like that, to be sitting in certain things like that, or even schooling sometimes. Those things are not normal as far as like humans. I feel like
I've had jobs. It's just I never really kept jobs, if that makes sense.
what was some of the jobs you had? So
Car wash.
you did.
I was killing at the car wash.
You were?
They put me as like the dude that sells the ticket writer. Like when you drive in, and
Upselling
I'm
them?
like, yeah. So my ticket average was really high.
It's that mouthpiece, bro.
Problem is was me showing up to work. So like, sometimes, I would get a job. It was hard to keep a job. So,
That's just because they just didn't interest you.
but that's what got me into clubs. Being at the car wash, dude was like, man, you'd be good hosting, like getting people in. Like back then, Lower Greenville was like a Deep Ellum type. Everyone walking around and bar hopping, and you try to get them in.
Right.
by
So that was
bar
after you
numbers.
got out that you started doing
Oh
the
yeah,
car wash?
all that. Yeah.
So
I
then-
got out at 19. By the time I was working the car wash, I was already like 22 or something like that.
Yeah. And who found you that brought you to the club? You remember your first club you hosted? Because you've been working the mic for years now.
He's incarcerated right now, man. My boy Rob, he had started promoting the club, and he thought that
Talking about Rob Lopez? Big
No,
Rob?
no,
Or some
no.
other one?
No, I met him later.
Later.
And that's how I met Word Life. But yeah, my boy Rob Zillerman, shout out Top Dog,
Oh,
Free the
Top
Guys. He pretty much gave me an opportunity and other people to showcase my skills. Once other people heard it, the booking started getting, my popularity grew. So that helped with the music too.
Yeah. Because you knew how to work the crowd, presence on stage and things like that.
Yeah, talking, a whole lot of crowd control.
Yeah.
And really just to speak confident and mic control as well, because I know sometimes a lot of us make it look easy, but it ain't easy. You know
It's
what I'm saying?
not.
It ain't easy.
You can make mistakes. I MC still private events because I've done clubs too. But man, you can mess up big time sometimes. Okay, so what was
especially
the
when you're
first?
drinking. So
Yeah, what was the first club? You remember?
what was it called back then? It was called Malibu Bar. On
When it was in
Greenville.
Lower Greenville before it was where it's at now.
And then it changed to Yucatan. And then it went back to Malibu. I think it had another name. I'm not sure. But yeah, I worked at
Sopranos, it wasn't
Malibu.
Sopranos.
I worked at Sopranos.
Too.
I worked at Service Bar. Man, I worked at all the bars down there. It was, because they have different names and stuff, but it'd be the same
It'll be
bar.
It'll burn for a couple months and they change the name and then do it all over again.
Or new owner or whatever.
Yeah,
so.
that's true too.
But I worked that strip, and, to this day, I'm still hosting clubs, man.
Yeah, so tell me about that. So right now, you're hosting some of the hottest clubs as far as
Absolutely.
the MCing. And what are the ones you're at, and which ones are the ones that? Because right now, for whatever reason, I noticed since the pandemic started till recently, the after hours clubs been popping a whole lot more. They've been growing like
man,
crazy.
I work at Mr. Lux on Saturdays, and it is like, man, you're talking about 400 people every weekend, like
And till what time they open? From what time to what time?
6 a.m.
So from
We
2
open
to
at 2
6.
a.m.
2 to 6.
Yeah.
Wow, bro. But that's a newer thing though. I don't remember there being so many of them recently.
Yeah, and then like the hookah bars and lounges became a thing, and I don't know, there was a time it was just strictly strip clubs, and then now it's the late night clubs are becoming a thing again, I guess.
They are big time.
Yeah,
'Cause I seen them pop up all over the place.
Yeah.
All right. So what other club are you hosting right now?
Currently it's sad because Venti shut down. That was like my home base, but I'm doing 216. That's in Oak Cliff off Jefferson.
Yeah.
Really, really dope club, 216 bar. And then I do Tate's. That's in Uptown.
Yeah. So is Venti they redoing it or just that's it for them? Because usually they do that sometimes and then it comes back.
Yeah, that's I don't really want to say too much about it because I don't really know. I've heard a couple different things.
Okay.
But
We
I
might
know
see
there
them
was a
pop up.
lot of trouble, and Deep Ellum was just getting crazy.
Deep Ellum is just wild though. in
but
general.
it happens. They'll calm Deep Ellum down, and then somewhere else will get crazy, and then they'll.
Like right now, Uptown was a little wild too.
Because I remember when they didn't play hip hop in Deep Ellum, kind of like Greenville. They moved all the hip hop out of Greenville, and then I just kind of switched.
Just
I
move
guess.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true too. All right, so now you have, and maybe the numbers change. For as of right now, you have the number one show for 34 shows running on the new platform, 89.3 FM KNON now.
Yes.
We Lit Wednesdays. Is that correct?
Yes, there's 34 shows. It's a brand new platform. KNON now is trying to introduce some new segments into their, criteria of the FM side. So,
Which is their streaming service, pretty much on that side, right?
yeah, like we have the KNON now app. You can get it for your Androids or your iPhones.
Mm-hmm.
And really, like all these new shows, a lot of us, myself included, like we were just inexperienced and we didn't have any, radio background. So a lot of us, applicated for the job and I had a strong push behind me because of my popularity, and I was able to land the show. And I got Wednesday, 4 to 6 p.m. It's a hip-hop show, current hip-hop, and I got a dope team, DJ Mac 10, Mandy Red, my co-host, Chana Lee, the producer of the show, and High Caliber Cult Media, taking care of the media side of the show. But the dope thing about it is I'm getting the radio etiquette and I'm getting, the correct resume I need to trans over to the FM, because that's the goal, is they're trying to get us all on the FM side.
I got you.
And just to change some stuff up, that's why it's called KNON now. Now, I don't know, where we're all going to land, or I know that they're trying to, everything needs an update. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
They're pretty much just like an update of the format they have on the FM side. But you got to see what works, and you can't just throw people in there if they don't know what they're doing, So right now we're just, I guess like On's hand training kind of.
Well, it is, but
my
you're doing
show's
real well.
been popping, so it's fun having a platform, and it's cool because I get to help a lot of artists that I never really got to do before. I started doing it in the clubs, but it's still hard. But now I got my show, where I put a dope team together, and everything coming out of there is just, we had a listener party and it was crazy. Like a camel was there, like, like for real. Like, so all the love that, I've been embracing, it's just super dope. And I feel like it's because I've been spreading positive energy through every platform I've been on, whether it's hosting the clubs or it's the radio or, wherever I'm at, I'm able to, you know what I'm saying? To kind of bring that, I don't know, high spirit, high energy, or like, man, it's going to be a good time. It's going to be. And I like bringing that. I think that stuff's contagious. That's why I don't want anyone with bad energy around me.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
So pretty much you had to apply to get it, and you got it, and now 34, you're doing great, 34 shows, even though you never done it before. How was your very first day?
Oh, man.
How many times you got to turn the mic on?
It was 420.
Oh, man.
And, I went in there a little too, I guess, on a cloud, you could say. But, if I could redo that one, I totally would. But people
lesson
loved
learned,
it,
though, right? Lesson learned.
Because I can fumble, or I could trip and fall and make it like I did it on purpose type stuff. Play it off, which makes
good
it funny.
Good improv.
Yeah, and I think I can improv the situation to come out on the bright side. But the show was so bad that it was really good because it was funny, and I was voicing like, man, this is, I know it was gonna be this hard type stuff. So the people got to, learn with me listen to me learn on air, which is super dope. But it wasn't the greatest show.
Yeah, I checked out this Wednesday. I didn't realize you were not gonna be there because you just got back from Oklahoma.
I just got in the city.
Hosting King Lil G? Correct?
Yes. I had to go out there to chop business. I ended up hosting. And I'm hosting the show this Saturday as well, too.
Oh, nice.
But that was already like a paid gig. But it was just coincidental that the Oklahoma City thing happened.
That's pretty cool. All right, okay, so backtrack to the party. So you had a listener appreciation party, and I don't know if you caught that. There was a freaking camel in that.
Hump day.
We lit Wednesday, and there was a camel. Hump day. Get it? Makes sense. How the heck did y'all get a camel in the club, bro?
The owner of the spot, man, he owns exotic animals, and super cool dude, man. Shout out to Lee, B&K Cafe. And, he had asked me if I wanted it, and I was like, nah, I'm cool, because I didn't know what to expect, He owns other animals as well, but, he brought the camel because of hump day, and
It makes sense.
it ended up being super dope, man. I was kind of scared to touch it. I know it wasn't kick you or,
They just spit. They're usually not that aggressive. They spit.
So,
But you had a freaking camel in there. And you
Yeah.
had Big Tuck perform. Mandy
shout out
Red, I
Big Tuck.
believe, did. Who else
She
performed there?
did. Actually, I performed with Big Tuck, too. We did Real Live G.
The Live G.
My artist, Kai Woods. There was a lot of dope acts that night, man, actually. I can't remember everybody because of the alcohol and the weed right now, but it was fun.
It was fun.
It was fun.
That was what's
Yeah,
up.
it was
Congratulations on that and reaching that milestone and that
Thank
you'll have
you.
your first appreciation party. That's what's up. And the fact that I noticed some of the things that you're doing with the show, which is all the relationship that you've been building throughout the years. Now you're leveraging some of them and put some of the people on. And you
Yes.
have Chingo Bling. I know you have a history with him. I forget who else you had there before. I know you had Crystal Poppins and
Cap G.
Cap G also.
Miss Gold. I got GT Garza in there next week. King Lil G should be stopping. Honestly, we plan on a lot of people coming too.
Yeah, that's good.
They just it's just availability. If not, I'll pre-record them. But I like them in the studio.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like I could have had a lot of pre-recorded, but I need them there.
Yeah,
It's just different vibes.
it definitely is. It definitely is. That's why we do one shot on this one, but I like to keep it to where it's flowing nicely. So even though it's pre-recorded, it doesn't look like in that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it still create that good vibe. That's wow. So you have other stuff that are gonna be like doing that. So as far as like, what do you like as far as a year in? How do you feel that's gonna play out for you on the show? Because I know you just done 34 shows, but it's moving for you.
How would I feel? I think by the year end I'll be on FM.
All right.
Yeah, I'm pretty positive about that.
Yeah, and as soon as you got your radio show, what other opportunities happened to you as far as opened up?
Man, the opportunities that have been, it's crazy, man, because I'm having meetings now that I never thought I would have due to the platforms that I'm on. And it's super dope. I can't talk a lot about them because I don't want to jinx stuff. And me, I'm one of them, like, if it's not confirmed yet, I don't want to. But I got some big events coming up, 4 of them before the end of the year that are like 85% finalized. And I'm going to be a part of something major coming up at the end of September that I've been really excited about. But I'm going to have to come back, man, or tune into my Instagram at Accomplice1127, and follow because I'll be making the announcements. But, man, I'm definitely excited to come back and talk about it all. But, I don't want to jinx anything. I don't want to talk about it, that it don't happen.
Yeah.
And then I look like, that guy. I can't be that guy.
I feel you on that because I'm the same way. I wanted to be done. And then later on, like, oh, you doing this? Oh, yeah. No biggie. You know what I mean?
But it's exciting.
Like, man,
bro.
it
It's
is
like,
exciting.
Man, I want to talk about it, but it's like,
you're more than welcome to come back any day to give us an update.
Something could happen and it don't fall through, and they're like, "Whatever happened with them?" Like that, I shouldn't have never said that.
I don't like that either. I don't like that feeling. And I don't like that I felt like I was just talking just to talk. Even though there was something happening.
Yeah,
right?
It was like, man, it could have. But
yeah, I don't like
then
that.
you got to explain to everybody it's not worth it.
Well, that's the thing, though. I don't feel like I need to, but I just don't like the feeling that it didn't happen. I'm like, oh, man, that sucks. It makes me. It doesn't make you like I wasn't lying about it, but it kind of sort of makes you and takes a little bit of relevance on what you're saying if you're posting or whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's how I feel. Like I feel like what I say is pretty much law, and if I say it, I'm like, man, I feel like I lied, but either it wasn't with that
because I could
intentions.
talk about some big babies that could happen, but
It's all good. Hey, we'll respect it because I feel I'm just like that. So we'll save it for next time. Anytime you want to, you more than welcome. So you did mention that on the appreciation party, you have one of your artists. So you're actually starting a label, or what is it that you're having? Because you have a couple of artists, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I just got my second one. I'm starting a label, but it's also a publishing company where we can assist artists with making a track. Mm-hmm. Like I have a producer and a singer and an artist who will actually write you a song, and lay a skeleton or a reference track where it could be your song, So it's more than just a label. I want to say it's like an entertainment agency.
Is that what
Yeah.
you're calling it as far as
Yeah,
what
yeah,
it's
it's
going
called
to be?
COD Entertainment.
COD. And what
Yeah,
does that
and I
stand for?
haven't, and that I can talk about. It's just we haven't launched yet.
Okay.
But
I got you talking ahead of time. My
yeah,
bad.
but I mean that's official. COD Entertainment. That is official. I heard it here first.
Already.
You know what I'm saying? I heard it here
Low
first.
Latin Fact exclusive.
But yeah, it's a record label. It's a publishing company, and I'll be helping artists in a lot of aspects of
Artist development.
Artist development. Yeah, a lot of that, and even just a lot of things. But the first artist that I've been working on, the album, he's working in the studio very hard, and I just got another artist, and I mean, just watch the Instagram, man, and I'm gonna be debuting him real soon.
So you haven't put them out who it is that you're working with right now yet?
We shot one video with Kai Woods, his first single, but that was a club record that I'm running through the clubs right now. But he's an R&B artist, so it's like I don't want that. People to think every record's gonna be like that. I just needed one of those to, start getting people to be like, oh, he's dope. He's dope,
Where is he from?
Chicago.
He's from Chicago, and
Chicago.
he's now
Actually,
here in
he's from
Dallas.
Indiana, but he mainly lives in Chicago, South Side. Yeah.
And now he lives in Dallas, in the Dallas area.
He moved here in July. So,
Okay.
yeah, young cat. I'm gonna bring him by here, man, as soon as the album's done.
Yeah,
You gotta hear it. We gotta talk about it,
absolutely.
cause that way he could tell his story. You know?
And then the second person that you have, that one just hasn't been released. You haven't put anything out for her. Is it a female, if I'm not mistaken, or no?
No, that's not. We haven't locked that in yet. There's actually a couple people that I'm looking at that are maybes, but right now it's just Kai on contract. But the other artist, you'll be hearing from him real soon, and he'll be on contract probably by next week.
Yeah. What are you looking for as far as, because you've been doing this for years. You do showcases for the same things, just trying to find artists that you feel like is the ones.
Man, they gotta have ambition, man. Like I can't.
You can't teach that.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be coachable, or like you listen. If I'm telling you, I'm telling you for a reason. I'm not just talking to talk. But if you have the ambition, like I see that you really want to do it, you know what I'm saying? If you really want to go up this mountain, man, yeah, it's steep, but I'm gonna go up there with you, just so you don't go alone. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, you're a big assistant.
And there's a big, there's a big payday up there. There's a big bag of money that people just look at. No one's willing to go get because they don't want to put in the work. Well, I'll go with you.
Now you're a big asset.
Let's go get it.
For anybody that gives
other.
with you, you're a big asset. Well connected. Again, you know how to do your own shows, how to develop artists, how to work the crowd, how to work the mic.
And we haven't even started yet. Like right now, he's been in the studio. We just dropped one video, but we're working. Like by the end of the year, you're definitely gonna know. You'll start hearing more of the COD Entertainment, and you'll start seeing more of the artists. Because the compilation album will come out too. But like I said, a lot of big plans for the end of the year. But
we're gonna be all left in suspense to the next time you come, or till we'll see it on IG.
Oh yeah, definitely follow, because I like the rollouts. Like, what I'm saying, I like to tease you a little bit, and then bam, here it is.
Nice.
And here's their catalog. And
so is that your own thing, yours, or are you partner up with people that are doing this and created this? Of course, you say you have producers and different things like that.
Yeah, I would say it's a partnership, because everyone I work with, we're partners, man. I don't really, I build bosses.
Give me the boss talk you were giving me earlier. That you're not a worker, you're a boss, or you're a partner.
Yes, and I want all my people to feel like that too. You know what I'm saying? You don't work for me, I don't work for you. We partners. Because we got to get this together. Yeah. So if you going in this much, I'm going in this much, I'll meet you. Let's get it.
Yeah.
But I need to see that ambition. It's dedication, it's discipline, it's determination. You got to have it. Okay. And if you don't want to get up and go get it, say, man, I'm going to chill.
Yeah. Okay, so that has nothing to do with what and if I'm not mistaken, you had a deal, you still have a deal with Music Access.
Oh, yes.
And then management was LCA, correct?
BC and C. Yes. They had no, the emails and stuff like that, because high rollers are established, and a lot of people,
So you're an
independent
Inc. now. You're a company now, right? Or they're not?
in corporate high roller. Yeah, we've been that.
You've been there?
Yeah, we've
You
been
learned your
that.
lesson from your first round.
Because BC and CNET, they know a lot of the legalities that I don't know, so they assist, in the management of. That's why you'll see them with us.
I'm sorry,
But
who was it again?
BC and CNET, Southern Fried Marketing.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
that's LCA management. Shout out to them too. But yeah, they assist in a lot of stuff. Like there's many parties involved with us because it was just hard to do it, just me and Word, everything.
Yeah.
And so you need a team, and then once you get a team, it's like, okay, like, hey man, help out with this. We need this. Here's a contract, or what does this mean, or what is this, or how can we get on this soundtrack, or what do we need to fill out for this? Because a lot of stuff, if you don't know it, man, you'll miss an opportunity.
Yeah.
Someone's
And then
like,
this
hey, we
kind
like
of
your song for this movie.
Yeah.
Fill out this paperwork and do this and send it back, and we're like, well, we don't know. You need people to help you out.
That's true. That is true. And there's a lot of missed opportunities. And then sometimes you want to research everything, but there's so much to know. And especially if you can have somebody in your team that's done it or been to school or learned about it or knows about it, they can actually put you the right direction. So far, have y'all seen fruits of your labor with them as far as the opportunities and the doors that open with Music Access and LCA?
Yeah. I don't have no complaints.
That's good.
When I need to get in the studio, I can get in the studio. When we need something released, it's released. Cool partnership right now. I ain't got no complaints. Everything's been going smooth. I think we just finished the High Rollers album, so that should come out. Y'all should get a date.
What's
on
the
that
title?
pretty
You have a
soon.
title yet?
Not yet. There's a few floating, nothing confirmed, but yeah, that should be coming out pretty soon.
I think your theme for High Rollers is everything to do. Like, yeah, we're doing different High Roller theme stuff. Like what was I forgot what was the name of
The
one.
last one was All In.
All In, get it? That's part of
The
a
first
High Roller.
The first one was The Lifestyle, and then we had the Jug season.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, that
Jug
one doesn't
season
go
one.
kind of with High Rollers. If I was one would think we're High Rollers, but like roulette or something like that. You know what I mean? But I that's what I picture when you're High Rollers.
Jug season was
Somebody-
mixtapes though. It was
Yeah.
Jug season 1, Jug season 2, Jug season 2.5.
Yeah.
And then we had the High Rollers Lifestyle was the debut. And then we had High Rollers All In. And then we had the High Rollers All In Deluxe, which had 5 more songs than the
Yeah. So is this gonna be a full album or a LP?
8 songs, yeah.
8 songs.
Yeah.
So it is a full album.
Full album.
Yeah. And then I know you have Crystal Poppin' and Cap G so far as
Crystal
feature.
Poppin', Cap G, and then we just finished a track with Just In Case.
So that one's gonna be also included because I
Yes.
wasn't on the last interview I saw from Elm Street. Elm. The last-
Elm Street walking us. Yeah, shout out
Yeah.
my boy Elmer. He just texted me actually.
Yeah, he was. I didn't talk about that one. So that one's a new one yet.
Yeah, we just that was the last song on the album. Sometimes you need certain songs, just to give it that. And that was the last song on the album.
Okay, and what is the vibe that people, as far as like whenever a listener, the High Rollers fan audience, what are they expecting to hear? Some of the new stuff or newer sound, some of the regular stuff, or
This album I think is not like the last album. I think this one goes back a little bit more to the Lifestyle album. I think it's half and half. I think it's half of the Lifestyle album, with like the Pray I Make It and songs like that, and also half of the All In album. So I think that this new album, man, people are really gonna enjoy it because I think you can hear the growth and you can hear. I think the content's gonna be real dope for the people.
and as far as the sound, so you have a Weight of the World.
Yeah, we
Shout
got
out to
Name
him.
Brand Music, Weight of the World. That's actually it on production
Yeah,
on that. Just
production.
2 producers, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
It's 4 and 4. Oh, and DJ Lazy Boy on 1. Actually, yeah. 3 producers.
What he do? He just produces a track as well. He scratches
He did
or
one of
cuts
the
anything.
songs, yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. And do y'all have the date already to release it, or is that not really done?
No,
yet?
not yet. We just turned it in.
Yeah, I just turned it in.
Yeah, like Friday.
Friday. So
Yeah.
it shouldn't take that long, but
So they'll review it. You know, the graphics are the promo and graphics and stuff. And then I would guess September, though.
yeah.
Yeah, for a good rollout. Shoot a video to a single, stuff like
Oh,
that.
y'all videos, phew, man. Y'all do great.
Appreciate it,
Y'all do great
appreciate it.
work. Every single video that y'all had since y'all became the High Rollers, when I believe All I Blow Is Fuego kind of launched you a little bit to all the other
Yeah.
ones y'all been doing. A1. With the
Appreciate it.
presentation, with the look, with the girls, with the whole concept, it's pretty dope.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, what's your favorite video so far for you?
I guess Pray I Make It because it was a private jet and we were at Quad Studios, New York. So I guess that was fun to do because it kind of just shows the whole from Dallas to New York, you know, the whole trip.
Yeah, that's true.
And that was my first time experiencing something like that. So it was, I had to say Pray I Make It video.
So from going to like a place where there's an outhouse to riding the bus to being on a private jet, how did that feel?
Man, these are all facts too. That's crazy.
But how did it feel though when you were there? Like what was going through your mind? What kind of feelings or anything?
Man, shock. If I were to say anything, man, I was shocked, bro. I was like, yo, like, man, I don't know. Just, you know, you get on that point, like if you're a kid and you go to Six Flags or something and your face hurts because you're smiling a lot.
That feeling?
Yeah, it's just, it feels like, yo, this is dope. This is what it's about. Because when you experience stuff like that and you didn't have to pay for anything, it's like people are treating you to this, you know?
Yeah.
So it feels like you earned it.
Yeah, my producer and he knows a little bit about private jets, and we were doing the math earlier. It's not cheap to do a private jet.
No,
It's not cheap at all.
No, not at all.
It's very
And
costly.
we did it multiple times.
Yeah, it is very costly. So like, man, that was some bread. So you have the High Rollers album coming out hopefully in September. The date's pending. However, you also talked about before about doing a solo project because you just released a song on the Bible, real personal, real heartfelt and then you have your kids on the video if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So and I don't know if people grab on the Bible, the chorus goes right hand. So anytime you're getting sworn in or anything, you put your hand on the Bible, meaning you're gonna be honest and you're gonna be truthful everything that you say. I don't know if people grasp that. So
Yeah. I'm dope you did. That's dope you did. Yeah. But yeah, I wanted to drop some substance music, and the song came out on Father's Day, shot by K-Pac Films.
Yep.
And, you know, as my growth, you know, my Freestyle Fridays that I dropped, me and K-Pac did 25 weeks, 25 videos, 25 songs. And that was super dope. I didn't think it got the acknowledgement it deserved. But the feedback from the fans really, man, it was really uplifting to me. Like a lot of messages that were super dope. And On the Bible was I did want that song on the Freestyle Friday. And I got a lot of messages and a lot of dope feedback from it. So it made me want to, because all those freestyles I just rapped on YouTube beats I didn't, so none of them songs were out. So now I'm redoing the songs that fans told me to do. Like, this is an awesome song. Like, I went back and did the homework. I'm pretty much doing a solo album. It's mainly a lot of the Freestyle Fridays that the fans wanted to hear is complete songs. So I'm like, okay, you like this, and I did this so quick. Let me actually, like On the Bible, we redid the beat. We got in the studio with a guitarist. Shout out Mike and Ted, Music Access. We got in there, got my sons in the video. Actually made it more, you know, orchestrated where it was a dope presentation of a song to put out on a dope day with a dope concept that had substance, that had meaning, you know, and as a universal song. So I just redid a song that's called Shooter that I got a lot of feedback from, and I got a very popular artist out of Austin. Her name's Miss Gold. I got her in the video and her to do a verse. So there's many other songs from the Freestyle Fridays that people personally hit me up. I'm talking multiple messages and DMs of people saying, man, let me throw a verse on this song. Hey, you should extend this song. Or, hey, you should. A lot of feedback from certain songs. And I'm like, I got to give the people this. and say I want to put an artist say my homie GT Garza who's in town next week. Like, hey man, this song when you throw a verse on it, bam! Now the whole song's different, new beat, same concept. You know, I'm with King Little G. You know, Saturday maybe he jumps on one. You know, so now it's making them full songs, but it all started from a little sample that I gave them, and they're like, we need more of that.
Yeah. Where did the idea of doing that, as far as the small little clip videos, who came from that?
K-Pack.
K-Pack,
Man, that dude, to me, best videographer in Texas. He has a vision, and sometimes he just needs someone to do the vision with.
Mm.
And I was very fortunate that he was like, man, we should do like, you know, you be killing, like everyone knows, like I can cook up something pretty quick in a studio, and I can do several in a night. So some of those Freestyle Fridays, man, we did a few of them in one night, went and shot the video, and I'd be out of town, whatever, and they were just dropping every Friday, bro, for 25 weeks.
Dang.
Half a year.
That's a lot. But the feedback, the whole idea is dope, right? And to put it in somewhere, the reels now that Instagram has been trying to push forever, and then to have them live there, and then you can just literally go one after the other, and then the feedback of the people.
Yeah,
that
people
actually
were playing them and recording them, playing song after song, because they just put play on one.
Yeah.
They'll be in traffic, and it was super dope.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I'm gonna do a solo album to give them this.
But what a great idea to even connect with the people, so you can know which one's gonna is getting traction and attention from the people. Like literally, they're telling you, like, and this is not a full song, but it could become the growth of a new thing, like the one that you have.
Yeah,
with
some
Miss
of them are
Cole now.
just verses, some are just, they're like, yo, that's dope. And you know, I gave the people an opportunity to tell me what they thought.
That was dope, because
With
a
a
lot of
bunch of
people are not
ideas.
willing to put themselves in like kind of like a vulnerable position and ask that feedback, because sometimes they don't might want to hear it. You know what I mean? Because some people might say, "Hey, stop it," or "Don't do this," or whatever. You know, we just still gotta accept it if you're out in the music business. But
Yeah, I mean, feedback's feedback, whether it's good or bad.
Yeah.
You know, just take it, you know, accept it and learn from it. So
right, yeah. So the man, so that's where it's gonna evolve to. Is I was gonna ask you, the Freestyle Fuego Fridays is gonna evolve into
yeah,
a solo
that's
project.
pretty much the solo project. With, you know, I'm using some of those on the album, and then I'm also cooking up some new stuff that, you know, I'm excited to do. But really, that just gave me some, excuse me, just some fire to, you know, just get back out there. You know, I just felt like rapping, I guess.
Yeah, but you mentioned that you were doing from the rapping to hosting, but you've been hosting forever. Is that you feel like it's kept you relevant as far as in the scene, in the industry, and different things like that?
Yeah, because, you know, even when artists come in town, they tap in because I know I'm hosting somewhere, so they'll pull up because artists, you know, associate with me. So, plus, you know, I like, you know, when people have birthdays or parties or any type of celebration, they'll hit me up, and I love being a part of it and bigging them up and making them feel good. And, you know, I think that's an experience as well. But I think that's definitely kept me relevant. Because I've hosted some big concerts. Man, I feel like I'm choking.
Some water, my brother.
Absolutely. I've hosted some. I mean, I'm hosting, shout out Smooth Vega. I'm hosting Central Popular August 6th, which is 3-6 Mafia, and
Yeah.
Chameleon Air, Cap G, GT Garza. I'm hosting the King. Like, I host a lot of, you know, big concerts where there's, you know, thousands of people there. So, you know, it's a dope platform because I'm repping High Rollers and I'm repping, you know, everything I'm repping all up there, all at once. You see it all.
All at once. So you make sure that. So there's a phrase you usually use that I wanted to ask you about, because maybe the people don't understand. And I met you when we were years ago when we were in the music scene, you can say. But I seen how you were moving, and I think at one point we were kind of sort of in like the learning process of learning the music business and different things like that. But you always said something that on a lot of interviews and said off the time, do good business. So for people that are not in the music industry or in general learning about good business, what do you mean about that? Can you educate them? What does it really mean to do good business?
For one, be a man of your word. If I invite you somewhere, I'll tell you I'm gonna do something, and I'm gonna make sure it's done. You know, holding up your end of the bargain, in partnership deals. Just providing, sometimes a good ability is availability, and I was always available for whatever task we needed to fix the problem that was at the event.
Right.
So event coordinating is man, it's a hard task because you got to multitask, and you got to see, how you can fix whatever it is going wrong. And I've always been present at that. I've always been present during meetings. I always try to be, if you're on time or late, I've just try to be punctual and try to show that I'm taking it serious. And I think if you show that, it makes other people like, man, tighten up, man. Like, why you looking like that? Why you acting like that? Or, why you drunk this early in the event? Like,
Right.
Man, I've been to shows, artist showcase, man, and the artists will be plastered, bro, before they even perform. And I never understood that, like, man, like you're if you want to do this, treat it like you want to do this. Like, no one's gonna pay you if you don't treat it like you're treating it like it's your birthday or something.
So I know in the on your Instagram for the We Lit Wednesdays, you have to submit your songs. But are you requiring? Because I think we need to have some checks and balances for the people, the artists that consider themselves artists. That that just that the word that gets thrown around sometimes not really an artist, right? But as far as the criteria, make sure that your music's on Spotify and different avenues before we get to do that.
Yeah,
because there
I'm
need
not
to be
just
some
playing
stuff
Joe
like
Schmo.
that. Yeah,
It really
don't get me wrong.
waters down.
I would show Smo got my stuff played on radio, but it didn't mean nothing because it didn't count for nothing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I have a criteria they got to meet because, like, it really waters down my radio station if I'm just playing Joe Schmo. I want it to
And
be
the
like,
quality is not there.
Exactly. So, I always do my research, and, I got the team, too, that we make sure we're on each other, to make sure the show's dope. Because I want it to be dope. Because I have, big ideas, bigger than what we're doing now for the show.
Yeah. Anything you can share, or okay, we're gonna respect the fact there. You know what? Until it comes real, then we're gonna see it.
Yeah.
Why did you like to celebrate birthdays? Because I like that too. As far as me doing that, celebrating. Where does that come from? As far as being part of their celebration for their birthday, whatever.
I think it's dope when you're invited to any celebration. If I personally invite you to a listening party, or a fashion event, or a birthday, or my kid's birthday, or my dad's birthday. Every invitation to a celebration, you kind of see where you're at with that person and be like, oh, that's dope. I didn't know we were that cool. You invite me to your son's birthday. And there's graduation. There's a lot of stuff. And, to be a part of that is super cool because you get to experience people that you know or associate with and enjoying themselves, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just a worker that you just see working all the time. You never see them in anything else. So.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the high rollers because I checked out the interviews, as I mentioned, and Word Lives as far as where y'all at. If anybody noticed your Instagram and his Instagram, usually y'all mostly together, but right now it seems like y'all been working solo stuff and different things. He just dropped a song not that long ago. I don't know if he's working on a single project as well. But as far as is that decision, as far as y'all working solo, is for label advice that they advise, or is just something because you're in a different part of your life as far as what you do? Because you're a married man, you have kids, and Word Life, I believe he doesn't have any kids. So is that kind of sort of like what? It's not saying it's the end or whatever, but it's kind of getting you to work differently. And of course, like you said, the fans are needed to see each individually. Is that what's happening? Did the label advise, or is it just something that's been happening as far as y'all's career as the high rollers and the time that y'all done the high rollers? But right now, at this point in time in y'all's life, this is just where it's happening. As far as not like a division, but it's just like working and covering more territory.
Yeah, I mean, to say the end, saying the end is harsh, those are strong words. But I know that, with growth means expansion.
Mm-hmm.
And as a group, high rollers, and high rollers is more than just me and Word, there's a team with that too. But when we were together everywhere, people seen that.
Mm-hmm.
They seen the unity, they seen the strength in numbers, they seen it, so they know the resume. now that we're at 2 different spots on the same night, whether he's in New York and I'm in Dallas, well, now you're getting double the high rollers promotion.
Mm-hmm.
So growth is expansion. So now the high rollers are more than just one spot. It's more than just where we're at.
Yeah.
Now we could be everywhere. Like no matter where Word is at, is Rollaz. No matter where I'm at, is Rollaz, and whoever he's with, whoever I'm with. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we understand the high rollers is a brand, and expansion is growth. So you can't always see, Bill and Ted together, or Beavis, but like you're gonna see them expand, and it brings more money.
Yeah,
at the end of the day.
But you know that people are
get more
accustomed to watching y'all
connections.
together. That's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think reinvention and showing them the new part is dope too.
Yeah.
Because even though we have the solo projects, you're still gonna listen to the High Rollers group project because you want to hear it. That's what you're accustomed to hear to. But you also want to hear the new stuff. Everything has a good run. Once you do that run, you explore. Well, maybe we can make it bigger.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing right now. And if it does become bigger, it may not work, but the thing is you got to test ideas.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
how you
think
gonna
right
know it
now,
works if you don't try it
we're
out.
in the expansion phase.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the High Rollers name has been building, bigger. I think it's bigger now than it's ever been.
Yeah.
And, I can't take full credit for that, just like he couldn't. But I know right now it's being, if they're playing Follow My Drip because he's in New York, it's beneficial because they're playing Follow My Drip when I'm at Mr. Lux. You get what I'm saying? In Dallas. So.
In Dallas. So a whole lot more territory being covered pretty much.
Exactly. We're covering a lot more ground when we're doing our own thing.
Yeah, that's true. All right, back to the business part. So if not to put anybody on blast, but tell me a time where just really rub you the wrong way the bad business was conducted on your part.
Oh, man, I could...
One, the most stood out.
I
Without
can tell
calling
you-
no names.
I can tell you a lot. Man, I ain't go on and on about that, but I would. They would be so particular, like you would figure out who they are. So
We're just gonna leave it like that.
yeah, I'm all about positivity. So hopefully, the people who did do bad business, I just really hope they smartened up. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And a lot of them people ain't even around no more, honestly.
Yeah, that's true.
They weren't fortunate enough, like the High Rollers, to have a 10-year span of relevance. You know what I'm saying? Being relevant. So
Where did how long have you been doing the music? Truly, like it's been a minute, right?
it's a good question.
Well, I know, like literally recording, and then starting putting stuff out, and then really grasping the business. Because I know you were doing it, but okay, Real Life G, not to call you out, bro, but it had the tag on it still. You know what I mean? It's a dope ass song, great song, still a classic to this day. But if you listen to it, it's like the stuff that you needed to learn at that time, like myself, learning about that stuff, clearing or having the actual beat or not having the tag or different things like that. You know what I mean?
Okay, shout out to producer of Real Life G. His name's Bonafide.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Him and Big Tuck were making the song. He was playing the guitar. He played that Pimp C sample.
Yeah.
So when he made the beat, the idea came across. I was kind of there at the studio a little bit, and then Tuck had the idea, and then Tuck brought me the back then it was on CDs. He brings it to me, and he was like, "Hey man, I think we should do this song." And I was with Money First Entertainment at then. I was in charge of all that, so I was like, "Yeah, it's dope. I got my solo album, Diamonds $30. This is perfect. Let's do it." And so he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna." We got to pay the producer and et cetera. So, we talk over the business. So he's like, "I'm gonna go get the the stems, the breakdowns of the beat."
You got the beat.
So Bonafide puts it on the disc, and he gives me the disc. And back then, clothes weren't how they are now. Like, now it's hoochie daddy shorts and stuff like that. Back then, I had on cargo shorts.
Yeah.
I remember putting the CD that he gave me in my pocket. I was supposed to take that CD to the studio and they get all
the tracks.
the track outs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what it was, the track outs. So when I get to the studio, I sit down and break the disc.
Ouch.
Bonafide, Tuck, everyone at that time had went out of town because I didn't go to the studio the day I got the CD.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up going say I got the CD on a Thursday, I ended up going Saturday night type stuff. I couldn't get another one, all right? I was pressing for a deadline because could I redo things? I already had a venue booked. I already had a release date, album release.
We performed that for years.
Yeah. I already had all this. Yeah, we got pictures of that day. I already had everything set, but I didn't have the album yet. So I was pressed, man, I really need this. So I ended up turning in the song to go on platforms and be pressed up without the beat, without the tag. So that's why it has the tag on it. Because I broke
the freaking CD.
the track, and he wasn't coming back. I don't know where he had went at that time, because I remember the album release was in May or something. But I don't know where he went. But he was going to be gone for a little bit.
Yeah, that's a classic. You never thought just to record in there.
Because Tuck owns land in Cabo, so he'll vacation out. He'll be gone for a couple weeks and stuff.
Really?
And say I'm going through so forth. Yeah, so. Yeah, that's why you'll see him out there all the time swimming with the dolphins and stuff
crazy.
that. So it was just one of them times where they gave it to me, and I had paid for the beat and everything.
Man.
Broke it, and I just had to run with. And I was supposed to submit it, and I never did.
Yeah, it's a dope song. It's a real classic song. In fact, you still did it not that long ago at Carne Asada Fest.
Yeah.
I was over there kicking it with him.
Tuck brought me out. Carne Asada Fest. Whenever a legend brings you out, man, that's super dope.
Yeah.
Dream come true, bro.
Yeah, that he reaches out to you and then just get in there and knock it out.
That's probably the biggest Dallas legend, man.
It is. It is one of the.
When he called me, he was like, I'm doing this Latin Fest. I said, oh, yeah, I know. And we got it in. We went in there, and it killed. The song killed. People really like that song. So
it is.
Maybe we'll drop the remix, on this solo album.
Hey, why not? It's a true classic, and now you're more connected with other people, and then maybe put.
Who would you
new
hear
spin.
on the third verse? So if it's me, Tuck, who you think?
You haven't worked with Cheddar Local in a long time. Renaissance, some of the local cats.
Yeah. I was thinking Bum B.
Lil Cat. Well, hey, of course you're well connected with it. Where if you want to take it bigger, but that'll be nice too.
Or we do a few remixes. You know what I'm saying? That'd be dope too.
Do kind of like Yellow.
I do need to work with Cheddar and Ren though.
Well, you know how Yellow BC did the Dallas thing? It could be like a longer thing and then have a different ones. Even Texas, not a Dallas thing, but a different Texas artist with it. Because it is a dope song and a nice chorus with it. Nice hook. Everything's good. Except for the tag, because I caught on to that one listening to it. Was that the tag on that thing? And then I thought it was a business part of getting used to it because I had to go through some of the stuff. And that's funny, the story that you tell me that.
No, I bought
CD
the beat. I bought the beat. I broke the CD because he gave me the track on a CD.
Yeah.
That was back then, 2015, 2016, 6-7 years ago.
Yeah. That's freaking
It's crazy,
wild.
man.
It is.
So I really own the beat, and I fumbled on that. I should have. Like I said,
But you got it done though, and that's a great skill to have. That you, even though all that happened, you could have said, "Man, we're gonna mess it up. Have to reschedule. I'm on a deadline. I'm gonna meet it. Let's do it." Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to swallow that one.
I would work in reverse. I would make plan a party or have a deadline, and I wouldn't even have the project that I was deadlining for. So that's what made me do everything.
Because that put you
by this time. Yeah.
So I think you did that on purpose put pressure on you to get it done. Because otherwise, maybe you would have procrastinated and never actually done it or have this.
So
that's a good strategy.
Tricks,
It's still a good strategy. I mean, it shows.
I don't recommend it, but if you can pull it off,
probably a lot of stress. But it shows that you're good under pressure. Mm-hmm. So, where does the I don't know. Maybe we never really. I had interviewed you previously before. Never really vibe. We never hung out or outside of here. Maybe in the club. But I did notice how recently that you've been more positive. Is that because of the point of your life that you're at?
Yeah, man, having two sons. You look at stuff different.
Yeah.
And, I can't change anything, but I'm not proud of everything. There's a lot of stuff I'm proud of, but I wanted to make more marks where, you know, I was proud of everything that I'm doing since my son's been born, you know, and I want to make sure that they understand that, you know, no matter what you're going through, man, keep your head up, stay positive, look at the bright side, never give up, and you'll get through it. But you got to believe you'll get through it.
And remind me of the acronym for King again?
Knowing I never give up.
Knowing I never give up.
K-I-N-G.
Yeah. Everything you just said sounded like exactly what the song I talked about.
Hey, right hand on the Bible,
Yeah.
man. Right hand on the Bible.
All right, brother. Well, we're pretty much wrapping it up. Real quickly, what is your social media, all the social media? Where can they find you
at Accomplice 1127. The group one is High Rollers TX, and it's Rollers with a Z. And you can check out the radio station at We Lit Wednesdays on Instagram. And
All righty.
we rock it, man.
And real quickly, so everything that you're done as far as your beginning to, you know, again, the humble beginnings of like literally having an outhouse and being in a small town to being able to not stay still, be able to maneuver, and then moving on private jets and having your music touch all over the place with international, 62 countries, your music's touching, and then
Facts.
doing your own tour. That's amazing. Again, Accomplice, you are a global Latin factor, senor. You are a global Latin factor. So real quickly, before I let you go, if anybody was to Google you or search you late in the future, what do you hope for them to find about you?
That was more than just a rapper. I hope that they understand I was a leader. You know, I was willing to try things that hadn't been done yet. You know, and success or failure, I've had more wins than losses. That's all I can say. And the losses were lessons. So I hope that anyone that looks me up doesn't just see me as a rapper, or doesn't just see me as a host, or doesn't just see me as the personality. They see me as an entity, and they're like, that was dope, man.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
Senor. I don't shake a lot of
you,
hands
man.
here in the show,
Thank
but
you,
appreciate
man.
it.
Thank you,
This was
thank you,
another
thank you.
episode of the Global Latin Factor podcast. Remember, we are just like you. We are the spice in this melting pot that it is the world. Till next time.
Todos en este país han estudiado y aprendido a trabajar. Pero mire usted que cuando yo me levanto en la mañana,
Thank you very much for checking out this episode of the Global Latin Factor podcast. If you are enjoying the content, go and subscribe right now. Help us reach our channel goal of 1,000 subscribers so we can have more content coming out. And again, we appreciate the ones that already subscribed. Go like, go comment. Thank you very much. Subscribe. Thank you.